Well, it's Sunday, December 12th, and the word is getting out. I'm getting some knee surgery this coming Thursday. And quite honestly, I don't see it as a big deal getting the knee surgery. I've been dealing with this for a couple years. And in light of all the training we've been doing, we've been tearing it up. You know, we've lost about 90 plus pounds here. And I hesitate because I fluctuate a little bit as we came through the holidays and maybe wasn't as strict. And then when we got hurt, just became harder to train, harder to do the cardio. And I'm that kind of guy, when I lift, I tend to put on a little weight or maintain it. So I've been maintaining a bit here, which is mentally fatiguing. That's kind of frustrating when you have a goal in mind to hit a bottom number. And being goal-oriented, it's been a mental struggle not hitting that number. And you know, when you're weighing in every day, it becomes a pain in the ass when that number goes up, down, up, down. And then I tear this shit up. It freaking hurts, man. It's hard to walk. But I think the bigger mental struggle, quite honestly, through all this is realizing I got to take some time off from work. And I feel like I'm dogging my patients, dogging my staff, dogging my principals that, I've adjusted on a broken ankle, some pretty serious medical condition that I dealt with years ago. Didn't miss work, man. But the difference here, as you see my face in the sun and the palm tree behind me, is I'm over 1,000 miles away. So I've been flying back and forth every week. And in light of the pain and the, when you go 35,000 feet up in the air and the barometric pressure and all that kind of stuff, the swelling, just not the best thing for someone who's trying to heal. So we've made the executive decision, and the doctors in the office have made this easier as they are stepping up big time. Dr. Lucas gave me a call yesterday and just said, dude, just take the rest of December off. Heal. And I had to take a couple hours to sit on that because one, honestly, I'm not used to people really stepping up for me, but it feels good. I'm not one to give in easy, maybe show a little bit of weakness, and then step away for something we've been doing for 20 plus years. But I realize, you know what? It could be worse. Could be a bigger procedure. It's only my knee. The patients are in great hands. Our staff is freaking amazing. And we're truly blessed that, God kind of laid out this path that the timing couldn't be better. It's the holidays coming up. The office tends to chill out a little bit as people are celebrating with family and a little bit distracted. So for a surgeon down here who's usually booked out until about April, he had 2 openings. He had a cancellation to see him personally, and he had a cancellation this week, Thursday, to go in and get this taken care of. So, but for mentally, it's been a little bit of a change and a shift for me personally to be able to step away from the office. And I don't know how that's going to feel. Maybe we'll share this as we go over the next week, how I'm feeling with it. And then how do I have to adapt my workouts? I've been doing a lot of stretching and some lifting. Probably got to shift the eating a little bit because I'm not doing the cardio. We're going to get in the pool this week. We're going to get in the pool every single day and just swim and just not kick, just kind of go. And I have a mindset of a shredding mindset is the word I'm using for myself to get myself up until Thursday morning and then hit it immediately as fast as we can after the surgery. So come out of this shit stronger, man. I'm 53, getting in the best shape of my life, but it's more the mind. And that's what I share with you and how I'm adapting to this just emotionally with the feeling of letting people down and kind of breaking the principle of I never miss work, man. Between food poisoning, broken ankles, and a very serious health crisis I went through years ago that we kicked ass on. we're taking a couple weeks off, gang. So we'll talk to you. So all the pre-op stuff's coming in now. The phone calls from the hospital. And man, you think I was going in for like heart surgery or something. And what's amazing to me is when they hear your self-pay, you know, being self-employed, I don't have one of those big insurance policies and, you know, don't work for the state, so get the special insurance. It's amazing how much they cut their fee. It's part of me that's, well, not part of me, but I'm wondering, how's that at all ethical? You know, I think the fee should be the fee. If you add on a family member or something, you discount that family member, but to be able to drop the fee by 60, 70% just because makes me wonder, or at least understand why insurance is such a disaster and the premiums are the way they are and people are going through such a tough time. And it's disheartening, man. But, you know, we got to go through it. Just gotta, you know, quality of life. So going through the loopholes of the phone calls and, you know, in this time of basically putting a little bit of my life on hold. I'm in the middle of a fast right now. Was up early this morning. Obviously came to the beach to do some meditating. And, you know, for me, I just see it as something that's got to be done. Go in and get it done. But there's other people that are praying for me and they're nervous because they're like, wait a minute, you got to go under anesthesia and anything could happen. And I never think of it that way, guys, you know. But I don't look at this as a stressful time. I'm not scared. So what can I learn from this? How can I grow through this? How can I keep gaining from my personal life? And for me, it's about stepping back and getting quiet, which is why I'm here right now. And just kind of clearing out the spirit, so to speak. Let the vessel be even more prepared, connected. It was nice being on the pre-op call this morning and the woman asking me 500 questions that I could all just say no. I've been blessed, healthy, not on any meds, not taking any drugs, haven't had a ton of surgery. And she said, you know what? Turned out we had the same birthday, me and this young girl. She said, wow, a guy your age, you're doing pretty good. That was nice to hear. I'm freaking young, man. And I want to get this knee cleaned up so I can get back to crushing it. But in a little bit, we'll head to the gym, throw some weight around, get in the pool. Listen, gang, we could always do better, right? We could always do better, but we could always learn from the experiences. And got to say, I had an amazing outing at church yesterday. The message was powerful. I'll share some of that later. Found myself a little disheartened and saddened with the world with some new things that are coming up. But, you know, I look at this process and it's giving me time to think and get clear. And we're going to come out of this even better and stronger. So keep it real, baby. All right. So we're about a week out from surgery and everything went well. Just met with the doctor. We got the stitches out. No big deal. 2 little plucks. Girl had it all done. And I think I was more concerned about going in there and him just grabbing it and start twisting it around because it's been an experience though, man. Let me tell you. Let's go back to rolling into the hospital at 5:30 in the morning. Get everything all set and done paperwork-wise. They check you in, take your blood pressure and everything. My blood pressure was up a little bit. And I realized maybe I am a little nervous. And I don't like to admit to anything like that, but you know, beforehand, I had tons of people reaching out. We're praying for you. Good luck. Hope everything goes well. And I'm like, it's no big deal. It's knee surgery. But then it really hit me. I also realized that when you know what you know, and you know the physiology, and you know medicine, and you know how things work, and you realize When you're going under anesthesia, gang, it's a big deal. I mean, you're basically shutting the human body down. And I had negative thoughts coming into my mind, the what ifs, the what if factors. And that was a whole new realm for me, walking through this hospital. And I said, shit, this will probably be the place where I die someday, This is kind of like my retirement and habitat. And, I started getting these weird feelings as I'm laying in this, my little private area where they did the prepping, and they put you in that little gown. They say, get undressed. And I said, my underwear too? She said, yeah. Man, you're powerless. Like you're in this thin little thing, kind of fully exposed, and you're just kind of weak. And they're coming in and poking you, taking your blood pressure, getting IV ready. And then I'm staring up at this light, and I'm thinking of Jacob's ladder, and it's like, what if I don't wake up? What if I have a reaction? And then what if this was something more? What if I was having a stroke or a heart attack or something laying here? What does that feel like to that person? Because I kept going back to, Steve, it's only knee surgery. It's only knee surgery. And it makes you really appreciate, to sound cliche, what you have. Because anything could happen at that moment. If you don't believe me, there's a poor kid in Georgia who just passed away. Went in for a routine shoulder surgery and died from the anesthesia. 18-year-old kid. Star quarterback. Stud. Sounds like he hurt his shoulder. I don't have the whole full story yet. People were texting me this morning. The poor kid passed away just from a routine shoulder issue. Medical procedure, and had a reaction to the anesthesia and died. But obviously I made it, man. And listen, prayers to that kid's family. My heart breaks for you. I don't want my kids knowing about it. I don't want them learning about this stuff. But listen, everything went well. We 6 weeks of no impact. So no running, no jumping rope. I could do some biking. I got on the bike a little bit at the gym and just rode. And it just feels awkward. It's different. So it's got to be nurtured. But as I was talking to my buddy, we've been preparing for this. I mean, there was no better time for me to get in some peak conditioning, to walk into this thing, essentially almost 100 pounds lighter, fitter, feeling good, training, working out, eating well, being solid. And now we're going to start creeping back into killing it again. I mean, I've been at the gym every day, lifting all upper body stuff. I'm going to head there in a little bit. Now we could start working. I could start getting back in the pool now that the stitches are out, and get on the bike and just not be silly. Don't irritate it. Don't crush it. But you know what, man? At the end of the day, it's you pay, you play. I've played my entire life, and it was just time. Chiropractic, we call it these things, restrictions that matter. There's a time and place for the medical intervention. We had an excellent surgeon, great guy, great bedside manner. The whole procedure probably took just under a half hour, to be honest with you. Said there was a huge flap in there that was flapping around, and it was just time. And he says I should have an amazing recovery. And it was a cool thing, all the nurses coming in and checking on me, asking me how I'm doing, especially afterward. I'm like, awesome, fantastic, great. They were like, we wish more patients spoke like this. So people speak like that. And one of the ways I shifted my mind, laying in that bed in my little gown and my cuffs on me and the needle in my arm, is I started looking up at the light and just telling myself, I'm a machine. Judson, you're a machine. You're going to thrive through this. There'll be no side effects. God's got you in his favor. Think positive. Say a prayer. But I'm a flipping machine. And here we are, baby. And we're going to start cranking it up daily. Feel a little bloated. Been eating a little extra. I think it was just kind of like nervous about the anesthesia and everything, but haven't gained much weight. So looking at just toning up. I'm down to like a 3-pack. Had my 4-pack, so just dial it in, baby. And listen, you're a machine. You're a machine that was made from above, and your body will do what it needs to do, and we just got to have faith, but you got to prepare the vessel. So all good, man. We'll start getting some training done, and we'll share some of that with you, as now it's prime time, kicking into 2022. Kick ass, baby. Blessed.